In 2006, the Hurst decided, well, okay, we need to see about getting this property back because it's really fallen into disrepair. It's not living up to the terms of how our grandparents, what our grandparents were really looking for, and even what the Sharps, who originally owned the property, were looking for. So we want to get it back because we don't think the corporation is capable of managing it properly.
So that's when the very serious legal wrangling began.
Right, because what happened was in 2006, the battle started, and all of a sudden, the State Board of Education started expressing some interest in it. Now, there was a legal decision that was made in 2010 in which, at a jury trial, the jury awarded the property to John and Harriet and said, "You now manage the property." But
victory for them,
they thought. But the judge presiding over the trial, Superior Court Judge Carl Fox, stepped in and said, no, we got to let the state have a chance to take this over again if it wants to. Now, the state had renounced all interest in this on 2 separate occasions.
That's odd.
That is. Well, what had happened is that attorneys working for the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, who worked for Attorney General Roy Cooper, had been meeting with State Board of Education members and had been convincing them that this was would be a great get for the state to take over this property and add it to the Hammocks Beach State Park, which surrounds this particular little area of coastal property. And so that just mucked the whole thing up, and it required the Hurst heirs to get involved in a big way and maintain their battle against now the state, not the corporation.
What happened after that? Because I would imagine that Harriet and John were thinking, hey, wait a second. A judge has said, yes, indeed, it does belong to you, and now it's the little guys battling the state of North Carolina?
That's exactly what happened. And what happened was the Hearsts say that our reporting actually helped explain their story and helped explain their role. It wasn't that they were trying to take property from the state. It was the state was trying to take property from them.
Right. And CJ began reporting on this back in 2011.
That's right. And what happened eventually was that when Governor Pat McCrory took over, there was new leadership at Diener, and they just started looking at things in a different way. They started working to negotiate a settlement with Turners and with the Hearsts, and they did. And what happened was that the Conservation Fund in North Carolina, which Executive Director Bill Holman used to be Diener Secretary, well known in environmental and legal communities, worked it out so that the state would purchase the property from the Hearsts for $10.1 million. It would be used as a resort. So it would continue. So it would be improved as part of the park system. Harriet Hurst Turner is very happy about that because she really wanted that original intent to be involved, and the family ends up being compensated for their land.